Welcome back, everyone. But I just want to start the video off by saying thank you to Big Bucks SSSSSZ. Cheers, Big Bucks. Thank you very much. Thanks for the roses. Thanks for Pussy Bears. Now, in the world where it's actually getting quite scary, anyone with a job, we've got a very large change coming our way, and I think it's going to come sooner than we all think it will. This video of Elon Musk talking about becoming self-sustaining on Mars. I made the price prediction videos where I was talking about going to Mars. For them to become self-sustaining, they'd have to start mining shit.
So you're going to need on the order of 1 million people, maybe 1 million tons of cargo.
So, but you think we could have 1 million people on Mars in 20 years?
Yes.
And what's the technology we're missing right now? When you think about 1 million people on Mars, do we have the ability to get water, to get food, to keep them safe? I mean, what do we need to make that happen?
Well, you need to recreate the entire base of industry of Earth. So, we're here at the top of a massive pyramid of industry that starts with mining a vast array of materials, those materials going through hundreds of steps of refinement. We grow food, obviously. We grow trees. We make things out of the trees. You've got to build all that on Mars. And Mars is a hostile environment. It's it sometimes gets above zero on a warm summer day near the equator on Mars. Really, it's quite cold.
And how do you prep for that?
Well, in the beginning, on Mars, you have to have a life support habitation module.
Right.
Like you can't just live outdoors. You can't breathe the air.
Like a dome, you think, is likely?
Yeah, glass domes type of thing.
He said he's going to mine shit. There's going to be a lot of fucking materials on Mars. Well, every material on Mars is still on fucking Mars, alright? We don't know exactly how much of what mineral, of what fucking, metal there is on Mars. There are definitely estimates. There's estimates about the moon. There's estimates about fucking asteroids that we've never been to, but there's definitely shit on Mars that's going to be worth a lot of money. The problem with Earth is that we've lived here for fucking years. We've mined the living shit out of this planet. There's still plenty left, don't get me wrong. There's still plenty left, but if we're going to uphold a good trade with potentially extraterrestrial life in the future, it would be at a great benefit to have habitable places on other planets that we can pretty much use at our disposal to mine their minerals and their metals. Elon mentioned that he estimates 20 years, by the way, for 1 million people on Mars, and that is insane. As far as I'm aware, we haven't had a test mission to just fly to Mars yet, so I think that there's within the next 5 years going to be a big jump in that sort of travel. What you don't realise is that with the development of AI coming into the pretty much nearly the launch of like our proper space age, because AI isn't just useful for doing physical labour or completing your tasks on fucking Excel. It's a research program. It can recreate circumstances, like up to an infinite amount of times, obviously with more processing power. And now we have these quantum computers. NVIDIA have just released the 5 series of graphics cards, and they're only going to develop faster. But with the help of AI as well, everything will be developed faster. It can run through so many more variables way faster than a group of humans could, unless it is capped and sanctioned. But eventually AI is a snowball effect. It will learn from itself, improve itself without any human intervention. And also there's going to be a huge push on Elon's end to create an AI droid that can be incredibly useful on Mars.
Probably in 2025, we at Meta, as well as the other companies that are basically working on this, are going to have an AI that can effectively be a sort of mid-level engineer that you have at your company that can write code. And once you have that, then in the beginning it'll be really expensive to run, and then you can get it to be more efficient, and then over time we'll get to the point where a lot of the code in our apps and including the AI that we generate is actually going to be built by AI engineers instead of people engineers. Probably in 20...
There you go. I mean, and this is happening now. There's so much shit that is written by AI, or at least has AI input through ChatGPT. People just ask ChatGPT to write a code, and don't get me wrong, it's never usually perfect. The people who have to do the coding will use that code as sort of like a ground base, and they'll have to just sort out all of the defects from there.
This is huge. Google just created Transformer 2.0. The secret is a 3-part memory system. Core memory for immediate processing, long-term memory that learns continuously, and persistent memory for fundamental knowledge.
So what he's essentially saying here is that Google have created like a new learning system for this AI, which is good. Now, instead of AI only being able to learn during its training phase, it can learn sort of on the job, so like a human. If this develops and then AI gets put into robotics, realistically, that AI, as long as it has all of the movements of a human, can do any job a human can do, as long as the human can teach that robot how to do it. Because once it's learned it. It doesn't need to necessarily have pre-programmed functions from the factory. You can just, obviously it'd need to have basic functionality, but you could just send it to any fucking factory. As long as it has all of the movements necessary, you could teach it. Oh yeah, the NVIDIA CEO, he unleashed his little Wally robot. Oh, it's not called that, but it looks like Wally. There was an article the other day, the NVIDIA CEO pretty much said that humanoid like AI robots are coming faster than you think, and for that to come from the NVIDIA CEO is concerning for, again, anyone with a job. But it's an inevitable future, really. If we continue down the path we're going, that is the future that we are setting out for ourselves. And I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, that's terrible. But should we really look at it as a terrible thing? If AI can do all of the jobs, or the majority of the jobs, why is that a bad thing? You know, there'll be other ways for us to get money. There'll still be a free market, I'm assuming. We won't abolish that, so you're still able to create your own businesses. And in order for the world to keep going round, they're going to have to pay universal credit. So these companies that replace their staff with AI droids, they will save a shitload of money, and they'll still probably save a shitload of money even if their taxes increase to cover the cost of all of the citizens who have lost their jobs. You know, but this is the thing. It's a consumer market. If each of these are going for 20 grand a piece, and then you've got the second-hand market, once they've been on the shelf for a while, these are 20 grand each. People pay 20 grand for a car that does exactly the same as a car that costs you 2 grand, but they just look slightly flashier driving to work. It's no different to this. There's going to be a huge fucking market for this in the future. Maybe not right at the beginning when they can only turn a kettle on, but when they can, you know, do all of your tasks for you, you don't need to do fucking anything pretty much around the house cleaning wise. That is an amazing investment, because now people, not only if their AI has taken their jobs, now they're at home all the time, so they're having to keep on top of their, you know, that's one of their main things to do, is their washing and the cooking and the cleaning. But then if they can hire AI to do all that as well, what have they got left? They've got to focus on creating a business. So it would save you so much time, and it would free up all that time in order for you to focus on bettering your lives and bettering yourselves. But yeah, it's a consumer market. I was speaking to someone the other day, and they were saying, it's going to cost them millions to produce, so they would never be able to be sold to regular people. I'm sure computers cost millions, billions to fucking research and develop, but now pretty much anyone can buy them. It's a consumer market. When you have a big enough consumer market to buy the thing that you're selling, once you've figured out exactly how to make it and you can mass produce it for cheap, the amount of people that buy it for a set price will cover the cost of the initial development of the product. You know what I mean? Fucking Fast and Furious costs like over $1 billion to produce, and people pay 15 quid to go and watch it in the cinema. Agriculture again. There's so much shit that's just going to be done by AI. And now we finish off the video with the best part. And I'm sure anyone who is watching this, who is a retaining viewer, has seen these tabs and have been waiting. So this doesn't really matter, this fucking page. Dogalong had a bit of a move last night. It's just been sat around this level for a while, and then some fat juicy fucking buyer, or a couple of fat juicy buyers, made this candle. It's not to say it's not going to come back down to this level and trickle around until we get a more developed metaverse. The metaverse isn't even released to the whole public yet. It's still just in beta testing for the people who signed up for it last year. But I checked this site last night when this happened, because I saw an alert on my phone that it had risen, and it had risen by quite a lot, and I was confused as to what had gone on. And then I saw, what the fuck? What is going on? Well, I saw these buys. Someone bought nearly $1 trillion. Well, they bought over $1 trillion. It's the same fucking wallet. And then, yeah, same wallet again. I mean, this guy must have bought over $2 trillion then. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same wallet. I need to fucking look that guy up. In fact, give me 5 and I will find him. What is it? E1421. Here it is. E1521, right. Let's see. Fucking hell, multi-chain info. This guy's got over $1 million in assets. Fucking hell. What the fuck? Alright, I've just seen this now. He's got over 1 million. That's his whole multi-chain pretty much. Damn, I mean, he's had some pretty, I don't know what this one's doing. Just got a random $12 in that, 39. Imagine your portfolio looks like this. Oh, I've got $2 in that, $2 in this. 12.65, nearly $40 in that. Oh, and then I went big on Ethereum and fucking $315. Oh, and then Dogelong, I just had a little punt. I've only got 1.183 million. I'd love to know who this guy is. All I'll say, guys, is these are the type of players you want to pay attention to. Look at all this red shit. Shrimp and little fish. Don't give a fuck. Don't worry about the little moves in the market. Worry about the people putting nearly $1.2 million into Dogelong Mars. He must know something, is all I'm saying. He must know something is up if he's putting $1.2 million into Dogelong Mars. Yeah, what I'll say on the AI, guys, is that if you're not worried about it, start worrying about it. If you live in the UK, definitely fucking worrying about it. And if you live in the UK and you're just ignoring it as well, I won't happen in my lifetime. It fucking will. If you're under the age of 40, even if you're like probably over the age of 40, you're probably still going to be affected by it towards the end of your career. But if you're under the age of 40, you better bet your life that AI is going to take your fucking job. Or at least it's going to affect your job so detrimentally that you won't have it anymore. You'll get made redundant. Right, guys, I think that finishes the video.